If you're gay, then you're gay. Don't pretend that you're straight. You could be who you are any day of the week.
The clock stopped ticking forever ago. How long have I been up? I don't know. I can't get it right, but I can let go. There wasn't anything to hold on to. Why can't I see? Why can't I see all the colors that you see? Please can I be? Please can I be colorful and free? What the hell's going on? Can't stop. Can you please? Why is it just faster than the candle from TV? I'm black and white now. Suddenly for right. My enemies invisible. I don't know how to fight. The candle on the fear is good and I can't get it. I got my best to call it a mirror.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm going to River up here. Welcome back to GSA Forever. That song is Echo, and that's by Gumi from Vocaloid. So in the last chapter, apparently Drake and his dad are now home, and Jay just told Drake about the pills that he found that Aaron apparently was taking. So here is the last part. I laughed softly and shook my head. I guess I'll just have to do it again then. I began running my fingers through his hair and let out a deep breath. I smiled and turned my head to look out the window. The dark blue color of the sky became lighter, and the orange was just jetting out from the horizon. Call it what you want, but it's fucking beautiful. It always is. I hope it wouldn't wake Jay up though. I hoped he was tired enough to fall into a deep sleep and not wake up until he felt completely rested and well. And he deserved that. Chapter 21. 3 in the afternoon. Drake's point of view. I stretched an arm out and turned my alarm clock toward me. 3:14 p.m. Damn! What? Jay rubbed his eyes and sat up slowly. I chuckled. It's 3 in the afternoon. I pointed at the clock and he grinned. Jay smiled and shook his head. What? I shifted forward a bit. I never seen you sleep in later than 7. I smiled more, and I grinned, pushing his shoulder lightly. I'm an early bird, and I'm not ashamed. Jay rolled his eyes and threw his legs over the edge of the bed. Whoa, no you don't. I leaned over and grabbed his waist and pulled him on top of me. He looked up at me laughing. What do you want from me? He smiled, and then I stopped thinking. Drake? I shook my head and smiled and flipped us over so I was on top of him. He stared up at me, biting his lip. Remember a few hours ago when I told you if you don't stop biting your lip, I'll make you stop? I smiled and he nodded. That still applies. I leaned down, kissing him and smiling already formed on his lips. A wave of warmth radiant from my body that was pressed up against mine. His hand slipped up my back and pulled up my shirt. I grinned and leaned into a deep kiss. I flipped us over again. He pulled away, giggling. You're indecisive. What, you don't like changing it up every once in a while? I grinned. No, I do, but I raised an eyebrow. Oh, would you like to try something else then? I was somewhat kidding, but he rolled off me and stood up. I hopped off the bed and stood in front of him. Ooh, I have an idea. I raised a hand. Pick me. I laughed at me, covering my mouth. It's not nice to laugh at people. You should apologize, young man. His lips twitched and I tried not to smile, and he crossed his arm. I took his hand in mine and then backed him against the wall and smiled and slid his hands up my arms. I returned a smile and leaned down. His lips moved against mine hungrily and almost desperate. I wonder if he had been waiting for a kiss me like this for a while, and I was too shy to. I pressed myself up against him and deepened the kiss. One of his hands was tangled in my hair, and the other moved from my shoulders to my chest. My heart raced from the touch. I broke the kiss gently to pull both of our shirts. Jay had been tugging at mine since we started kissing. My lips found his again, and his hands rayed down to my back, giving me chilled. I pushed my fingers through his hair and broke our kiss again. I moved my lips down his neck and leaned into his kisses. I set my hands on his chest, pushing him back against the wall. I looked at him for a second, and he was biting his lip off. But he had a small smile playing on them. I moved my hands to his lower back and locked our lips again. I set my hands on his hips and slid his down my chest. I remember the first time I kissed someone. It was a girl. The girl was my mom, and my dad begged me to ask to homecoming before they knew. I met her 2 weeks before the dance at the party. Kinda like a party. I met Jay at weird people and half drunk them, and there was no life really. Anyways, I used to love those parties. It released a lot of energy, and I usually would annoy my family or friends with. It's the nice thing about the party people were they were already too loud and loaded to be annoyed. They laugh at things they wouldn't even laugh at. And I laugh at really stupid things. And because of that, I never thought about drinking. I was already happy enough, but something about the atmosphere that night felt different. I wanted to do something I'd never done before. Stupid me. I ended up doing 2 things I'd never done before. I passed out drunk with the girl, and I hardly knew across my bare body, and my stomach could bear the thoughts of what I just did, or the heavy alcohol. When she came up to me in school 2 weeks later, setting up breaks into our small talk and give me the opportunity to ask her to the dance, she didn't really remember a thing. I wish she hadn't remembered either. I stopped going to those parties a while after. Obviously, it wasn't my last party, though. If it was, I would have never met Jay. I wondered if he ever kissed anyone, have ever done anything with anyone. I couldn't shake the feeling, but only here wasn't innocent. I wish I was innocent and a beautiful boy in front of me was, but I wasn't. I made a mistake. And Drake? Jay had pulled away and was staring up at me with his big brown eyes. My eyes met his and with a smile. He shook his head. You're so beautiful. He smiled warmly and ran his thumb over my collarbone. I pushed some of his hair out of his face and held it close to mine. You are so perfect to me. Did you know that? I gave him a serious look and his smile faded. Drake? What? He got cut off by 3 light knocks on my door. Whoever it was obviously impatient because right then the door swung open. Oh, hi Drake. Hi Jay. Carly looked up at both of us and gave us a small wave and a tight smile. Jay, sweetie, we gotta go. Jay looked over at me and then back and nodded. I handed him his shirt and gave him a smile, and then I looked back at my sister. How the hell did you get in here? I laughed. I don't know, but you should probably lock the doors. I don't want any more creepers like me creeping on you. She winked. Hurry up, Jay. You know how long I've been here. Jay rolled his eyes and smiled, pulling his shirt back on. Oh yeah, you better keep that shirt on, boy. And you. She pointed at me with one of her hands on her hips. I laughed. Wait, what are you doing here so long? I pulled my shirt on, and she nodded in approval. I flipped her off. Jay laughed behind me. You're much ruder than your brother, she giggled. You talk to him? I asked. Jay and I exchanged glances and a shrug. She nodded and showing her teeth. Yeah, he's nice. Now come on, Jay. Sheesh, calm down. I pulled Jay into a tight hug and laughed softly against him as he hugged me back. I mumbled against my shoulder. Tell me what was wrong later, okay? I nodded and he kissed my cheek. So that's the end of this chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed. And, so the next chapter is, Virginity. We'll be reading that tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, guys, okay? Just ask the GSA. Mwah.